it going tonight? I know it might be a little strange, me just chilling in my car for this video, but it's probably about the quietest place I could find. So tonight we're going to be discussing 1 Kings chapter 16 through 18. In 16 we see a pattern that happens of kings who are put into power and do what the Lord has told them not to do, and the consequences of those actions. In 17 we see the prophet Elijah and his unwavering faith in God, and in 18 we see kind of this final showdown between Elijah and the prophets of Baal. And y'all are probably familiar with this one. It's where each one of them lays down a fleece, douses it with water, and calls out to their God. Elijah calling out to the one true God, and the prophets of Baal calling out to this false idol. And we see the victory God has over these prophets that believe in these false idols. So I'd like to focus in on the theme that we see that kind of encompasses all three of these, which is those who disobey the Lord and don't follow his teachings, unfortunately coming to the end of their lives, and at the end of their lives reaping the consequences of their negative actions. And then on the other hand, those who put their faith in God being tried and then proved again. So a good scripture that I think kind of connects with this is Matthew 6:33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. I think this scripture emphasizes the importance of putting God first and what it really means when we do put God first. Another king that we see and that we actually just saw earlier or actually that we will see in Chronicles, is Manasseh, who does evil, is given the opportunity to turn from that evil, is rebuked and given that opportunity, not before reaping the consequences of his evil actions. He's actually sent into captivity in Babylon, and when he's sent into captivity in Babylon is given a warning to turn to the Lord, and returns to the Lord, and then not only is freed from captivity, but is restored to his kingship, and talks to Israel, which many of these kings, as the kings either turned from the Lord or sought the Lord, also kind of carried the fate of Israel with them, in that they either led Israel back to the Lord, or at the same time turned away from the Lord and led Israel away from the Lord. We see Manasseh leading the people of Israel back to the Lord. So how does this apply to our day-to-day for us? Well, I think for me personally, I see that the times that I've taken to honor the Lord, the Lord lifts me up in those moments. That if I put God first in something, that not only am I being an example to those around me of God's goodness, but also when I choose not to listen to the Lord, it kind of is reflective of my own foolishness and my own inability to really succeed in the things that God has not called me to. So today, if you're given the choice, choose to listen to the Lord, choose to honor the Lord, choose to be tried and tested and proved by the Lord. I love you, brothers and sisters. I'll see y'all later.